This conference will now be recorded.
I hope you guys are able to see the screen.
Yeah, we are able to see that if you just can make it in the presenter mode.
Yeah, I can do that, and I'm just trying to get away the go-to meeting from my screen somehow. Okay, can't do that one too much. Anyway, is it better now?
I think you need to minimize your sharing screen. So I think one you should minimize and the other one you should share, I guess.
Okay, so it means that it went other way around basically. Okay, I think there is one setting for that one to switch that one. Let me check that one. Where is that setting? Okay.
There is something
No.
called hide everyone who is present in the meeting. You can just hide them, and later in the participation list you can see them.
I think this one, right? Hide presenter view something.
Yeah, view everyone. You see where you see the name of everyone's the
Is
participants.
it better? Is
See,
it
where
better now?
view everyone, you toggle that pick list. It will show that hide everyone.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
n-
Uh,
Not,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
just checking the setting.
I think it's better now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go to the first slide over there, and I want to get away from this part. Okay. Okay, so welcome to you all in the fifth sessions for the Decode certifications for a CPQ specialist. And today I'm going to talk about orders, contracts, amendments, and renewals. I hope this topic is a little bit lightweight compared to the pricing and the product bundles that we gone so far in the previous sessions over there. So just feel free to ask any questions over there. So moving on, is it moving? Okay. So the Decode certifications, it's the kind of founded by Bhavna and also myself, Manmohan, Hari, Srikanth, and Gautam are supporting behind the scene over there to talk about the various subjects. And we are also going to cover a lot of multiple certification courses over the course of the year. So this is the unofficial group, and the only aim is that to gain the knowledge by sharing the knowledge. So even if you have any appetite to share the knowledge, what you learn from the project, or can want to contribute towards any certification course, please contact Bhavna and Manmohan, and we're happy to onboard you to talk about any session, any topic that you are interested in future. So the CPQ specialist certification, it is similar to the Sales Cloud and Service Cloud certifications. The criteria over there, okay, 105 minutes and 65% scoring over there required, and 200 USD dollars for the certification. But this CPQ topic itself, you might have gone through all the other sessions over there. The exam itself, the kind of a content itself is little bit different compared to the Sales and Service Cloud, where you are using a plain Sales Cloud, Service Cloud platform, but here the object concept is little bit different. Okay, the way you configure the things is bit different over there. So it's kind of a learning completely brand new product as such on that one compared to the other products of the Salesforce over there. And that is also bound to be case in also in the future, the way also the Salesforce is acquiring a new products and new products over there, and then they don't follow into the same category of the methodology of the sales and service cloud over there. So it's going to be the interesting something new compared to the traditional vanilla stuff from a Salesforce over here. So here we are in a fifth session, and also we have a couple of more sessions, and also we need to cover a little bit more from product selections and pricing that we left, and also the bundle configurations that we'll see how we can cover those additional topics over there. But today predominantly we'll stick to the orders, contract, and amendments and renewals over here. One important aspect of this particular session over there, because I saw the exam objectives, and it talks about the use cases in which you are going to use orders, contracts, and amendments. So instead of clicking buttons and all that, just I would like you to concentrate on the use cases, the real life use cases where these scenarios might happen and where you need to do those kind of things, actions over there in a CPQ platform over there. So make sure that you are grabbing the concept rather than what I'm clicking over there in the demo steps over there, because if you know the concept, it's very easy to play around the product. I don't and that applicable to the any product in the world, okay, that has been there in the market. Okay, so the orders and contracts and all the stuffs, okay, it's contributing to the 15%, but as I said, is mostly the question I expect in the examination. I haven't done the certification, but I'm expecting most of the questions will be based upon the use case scenario over there. So just make sure that your concepts are thorough with respect to this session over there. So the session agenda, what I'm trying to put it over here is exactly the exam objective outline in the trailhead over there. So first is all about demonstrating the what you need to create orders and contracts, and what are the different scenario where you want to have a combination of orders, contracts, and subscriptions and asset over there. And lastly, the renewals and amendment, how to do it on a course, how you can also do it on a account, for example, but how you deal with those kind of steps over there. So those are the things that I'm going to cover. And today, if time permits, I will cover all the scenario from a demo point of view, which includes the single and multiple orders, and also the editing product quantities in between, the contract creations, the amending the contracts, the amending the assets, upgrading the assets, which is very important one, and renewal from a contract as well as from renewal from the account itself over there. It's quite straightforward automation in Salesforce for that one, but because of the lot of permutation combinations, a lot of fields which are there which require to be configured to have a specific behavior for a specific use case, and that's something all about the whole session over here in this one. Just before I go into the internally of the orders and all that, anybody can talk about what is the exact difference between a Salesforce CPQ and a Sales Cloud Code, the by default vanilla functionality that we have it in a Salesforce over there, because that's very important to know before we proceeding into this one. We already had a 4 session, so I hope you guys have a little bit idea about that one. So anyone can talk about what is the difference between the Salesforce CPQ, why we need to purchase as an organization the Salesforce CPQ versus Sales Cloud codes, where also you can deal with the codes, orders, and other things. Anyone on off? Might be Manmohan, you might want to talk about something. What exact difference
Yeah.
that you see
Uh,
for now?
as per my understanding, Vinay, as we know that Salesforce CPQ have their own code object rather than Sales Cloud Code object. We don't use that. The reason for it I see is because Salesforce out of the box product capabilities are not that rich as Salesforce CPQ offer in terms of having a different pricing options, configuration of the attributes, and the kind of rules we can set up for an automation for a discount. And therefore, Salesforce CPQ codes give us flexibility in terms of adding a product, in terms of changing the options, in terms of talking to the customer, focusing on the customer need rather than calculation. That makes it more uh, uh, sales rep friendly, as well as it gives a lot of option for a sales rep to focus on a sales rather than code part. So that is what I feel, but you can add more to it.
Yeah, sure. Actually, you covered most of the stuff. There are few other elements that we need to look at it over there from a Salesforce CPQ point of view. Why we need a CPQ versus the Sales Cloud code. In also the Sales Cloud, there are also a lot of App Exchange product which creates orders from the code. Okay, because by default that functionality is not there in a Sales Cloud. So just to talk about the few things, the template customizations, which is quite restricted in the Sales Cloud. So basically for a codes, you create templates or kind of a documents which you want to send it to the end customer over there. With the Salesforce CPQ, it provide a lot of variety with respect to the template customization, the brandings, and all those kind of stuffs. The second important step, so you can also enable CPQ for your partners, and partners can work on the product pricing with respect to the particular partner over there, and they can also provide the nice end user experience to their customers. So they don't need to manage the Excel sheets that coming from different companies, okay, and maintain the products over there. So they can use the partner community, and also there is add-on licenses for CPQ in a partner community, which is a bit cheaper compared to the normal Salesforce CPQ. The next one that Manmohan already explained well in detail, the product and pricing complexity, which can be done in a Salesforce CPQ, and also the contract asset order and subscription automation, which I'm going to talk about, okay, which get well covered in a Salesforce CPQ. And then lastly, the productivity. Why I'm saying a productivity over here, because of the template customizations and also the product and pricing complexity, you are enabling your Salesforce CPQ users in order to create a better quotes, better the right quality of the products and the pricing combinations over there, and you are allowing them to create a more quotes, okay, and they can handle more customers at the same time over there. Mostly the Salesforce CPQ, if I see over there, it's a perfect business case for the enterprises where they have a large number of the sales folks in their environment, and they would like to push their productivity over there compared to the doing a lot of customizations in the Sales Cloud code to make that functionality available over there. Just a few things over there. Okay, I would like to take you to the one of the interesting stuff which I found over there. So let me go to the one back. Okay. So I will send this link to you. Okay. But this is the YouTube video I saw from Ashley Allen, which is rightly talk about the when to use the Salesforce CPQ versus standard codes with examples. I just scratched the surfaces in that one slide over there, but this is really worth spending 30 minutes to understand why we need to implement the CPQ. And also in the same video over here, okay, so also put down the link to the Google Slides of this one, which is also available on the internet. And this is the exact stuff I was talking about, but I took the all the elements from her and she nicely put down in the slide deck over there. I will also share the links later on that one, but this is very interesting to know even before we start working on the CPQ steps around that part. There's a one more resource which I would like to share with you, which is quite interesting, and I personally quite a lot like this a lot. One of the main reason if you go for working on any product in the world, it's better to understand the data model behind the scene, how it works. And if you know the data model, then you can conceptualize the stuffs around that particular product, different use cases and scenario, and different kind of the flows which are there as a part of a business process over here. So here you can see we have an account. Okay, that's a standard one. The contract is also standard. The asset is also standard, and opportunity product and price book entry over here. But if you see all other objects starting with SP, that is nothing but a part of the package of the CPQ over here. And I will just go at the top because it's nicely put down by Mark Kane, okay, who created this one in 2018, but still relevant. So at the top, I said about the customizations of the templates. So for that one, we have a different objects in a CPQ that is covered under the code template, the last line template sections, whatever the steps over there, with a code document which is connected to the quote over here. Then you have quote connected to the quote line and quote line group over here. And if you see at the bottom part, that's the over here, it's about the accounts and discount schedules attached to that one. And also on right hand side over here at the bottom, you can see these are the product related stuffs over there, the product rules, product actions, option constraints. So whatever Manmohan explained last week, all the data gets stored behind the scene in this fashion over here in this Salesforce CPQ. That's about the product and bundles. And last but not the least, the pricing and discounts that we discussed in the past sessions. So that's where the price dimension, cost, contracted price, whatever Manmohan explained last week, okay, that gets stored in this object behind the scene over there. So it is very really important to understand, okay, what is we are getting from the main core Sales Cloud, the vanilla part over there, and what is being added on top of that one over here in that case. There's a couple of more things with respect to the Salesforce CPQ. There is also the billing, the another add-on comes in the picture, and there is also one connector that is for the service cloud. I will talk about that one a little bit later on that one. I will also share the link of this one, and also like to take the opportunity to thanks Mark Ken for sharing such kind of a very useful resource over there. And just take your time to go through this all the objects. Okay, you don't need to buy hard those things, but you just need to know the relationships and how it's getting done behind the scenes. So when you are working on a concept, it's very easy to understand and that whole data model behind the scene. Yeah. Any questions so far?
Yeah, Vinay, so when you'll be sharing the slides, when like it will be with the recording, maybe after 1 month, or you will be sharing after the
Uh,
session?
I can share it after after the session quickly. Okay, this is just a open public document. I really don't need to hide that one, and even I will
Okay.
share the deck quickly over there. I don't see a big
So
problem on that part.
okay, so
Yeah.
better to link the those slides, okay, on the meetup. I think that will be really great because everybody can pitch into that. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Actually, depending on the availability of the slides and the videos, I will be, I mean, scheduling my CPQ exams also. So most probably, as soon as the slides are available, we can go through those slides once more to I mean, take up those concepts and put on hands-on. So I've been waiting for these videos to come up in YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that later on. Okay, that's fine. I will share the stuff whichever in my capacity. Okay, I don't want to hide it. It's for you, all of you. Okay, so I don't mind actually sharing. The video will come a little bit later on that one. Okay. One more thing, okay, which I would like to talk about. Okay, everything that I'm presenting today, it is taken from the official Salesforce documentation. So basically, what I did, I went through the all the different set of documentation which is available already on the internet over there, and I picked the things what is more relevant and more important, which I need to cover in the next 1 hour and 1.5 hour sessions over there. So I would also strongly recommend for you guys, okay, just to go through this one. But of course I'm touching base, but I'm also skipping few steps but I will let you know what I'm skipping over there so that you can take it as a self-study in your stuff. the there are a lot of business scenarios it's getting talked about over here on this case, and I think those are quite relevant in the examinations. So in the examination I expect that they will not ask you okay where to click and all those kind of a thing, but for which scenario what you will do around that part. That is my expectation, but I might be wrong. I haven't given this examination yet, so I don't know about that one. But it's all about the scenario, at least exam objectives are talking about. Okay, so moving on. Okay, let me do a full screen. So first of all, stick to the basic. Okay, what are orders? Okay, I know everybody knows that one, but let's have a little bit of revision before we go in a dip into that one. So the order is an agreement between you and your customer, okay, because you are trying to sell either services or you are trying to sell the products, which are nothing but assets later on that one. And what is the pricing get agreed between the customers and the company over there. So the order is an agreement in that case. And in this case, especially in a CPQ over there, you can customize this functionality as much you can. I will talk about that one a little bit later. Moving on, what are the contracts? It's a written agreement between a party, and don't take it lightly, okay, when it says written agreement, because if suppose it get violated, then literally company can take a legal actions with each other or a customer. And in US, especially with respect to the contracts, you know, anybody can sue anyone actually, depending upon how the things goes over there. So it's very quite strict with respect to the contracts over there on this case. And also it is kind of a legal binding as such on that one between the two companies over there. So it is very important that we have a right contracts and also the agreements, and also with the contract it comes with the e-signatures, document generations, and all those kind of stuff that comes in between that one. But just keep in mind that the flow goes like you have an account, that is nothing but your customer. Then you have opportunity products, opportunity products. With that you create a quote, and after quote you create a order, and after order you create a contracts. And when you create a contracts, either you have a physical asset get created, or either you will have a subscription record will get created over there. I will talk about a little bit later, but that's the standard flow normally being used by all the companies over there. But I will also show that flow while demoing. Okay, so that's the data model I talked about. Yeah, Manmohan, you
Uh,
want to speak? Yeah.
Sorry, Vinay, to interrupt your flow. We are able to see two screens. If you can just make it one presenter mode, I think that will help.
Okay, 1 second. Why it went into the same flow again? Hide presenter view. Is it a better?
Uh, yeah, and then if you can just hide this window, view everyone's to hide everyone, I think that will help. Yeah, thank you.
Hide everyone. Yeah, and also I cannot get rid of this one, right? If I'm not wrong. I don't know. Okay, but if I close it, I will go out, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it's fine. You can continue. It is the right screen now.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I hope I'm on a correct slide. I want to make sure. Okay, let me. Okay, yeah. So first of all, enabling the orders in a Salesforce. I will show in a demo, but little bit of theory before that one. So first you need to enable orders, and that setting is available in the in the setting over there. Then also you can enable the reduction orders, so that you can also reduce the quantities on the orders over there. Enabling the negative quantity, that's another setting which letting you to have the quantity less than zero, and you can also enable the zero quantity. There's some specific scenario when particular customer returns the products or something like that one, then you need to have those kind of a settings need to be enabled over there. What I would recommend that if your organizations, okay, the way they are working, if you do not have a use case for the returning of, which is kind of weird, but also making a negative quantities over there, then do not enable those settings in your org over there, and do not let the CPQ admin to take advantage or disadvantage or whatever kind of a the business case goes in a wrong way around that part. So you need to make sure that first identify you have a business requirement on that front, and accordingly take a call to either check or uncheck those boxes over there. It's very important to know. So next one about the manage package settings. In the last week, you saw in a manage package, there are some settings for the CPQ, and also we have some setting for order. So the first one is about the required approver code. It means the sales rep cannot order a quote until it has the status field called approve. In the whole demo, I'm not going to use that one, the required approve code. The main reason is that then I need to have additional process of the approve, and it will take some time. And I think approval and all those things will be covered in the next session. So I'm not going to cover that one. Then the default order start date, okay, so this can be taken from the quote lines, okay, the quote line start date and end date, but also that's the default behavior, but also you can override that one. I will talk about that one in a few minutes. And the next one is allowing multiple orders. So it is possible that from one quote you can create a multiple orders. One of the scenario that is for particular certain customer, they want a few products as early as possible from a delivery point of view. So basically you split that quotes into the multiple orders, and you let the first order go as soon as possible from a logistic point of view compared to the rest of the orders over there. But I will also talk about the multiple orders and how to split about that one in a few minutes over there. So these are the important setting that you need to have it on the manage package over there. So one of another steps mentioned, the allow multiple orders. This setting is available only in a Salesforce CPQ Plus, but let me talk about quickly what is the CPQ Plus. If you see, the only the change is the invoicing and revenue schedules. revenue reporting and automated payments and allocations. Okay, these are not into that one in both CPQ and CPQ Plus, but the user-based pricing, which is there in CPQ Plus. What is the user-based pricing? When you have, for example, smartphone subscriptions, you might have a user space for a talk or a SMS or internet data package over there. So that is the user-based pricing. So also think about what are the different licensing stuff that you have it for the CPQ, CPQ Plus, and there is one more which I talked a few minutes back regarding the CPQ in a partner community over there. Okay, so let's go and check few settings and let's turn up. Okay, I hope it is you are able to see it properly, right? Can somebody give me affirmation on that?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, let's continue. Keep rolling. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the first setting I was talking about, the order setting, okay, which directly you can get it from the setup over here. The enable orders, reduction orders, negative quantity, and zero quantity over there. It's quite straightforward setting. It's nothing too much fancy about that one. And moving on, in Salesforce the managed package, okay, there is also setting for orders, allow multiple orders required an approved quote and a default order start date over there in this case. Okay, that's one you can set it. Uh, Please note that I'm not setting allow multiple orders right now because I want to create just a plain order in a few minutes. So I'm not going to do that one, but I will change that setting later on. So let me just first save that one. Okay, so let me go through the, so let's start with the flow. So what I have done just to little bit save a time, I have already created a account over here, which is called a single order. Okay, just a plain account, nothing else over there. So what I'm going to do, I want to create a opportunity for that one. So I'm going to create opportunity. Single order opportunity, account name is a single order, and I'm going to say the close date, doesn't matter what I choose, but these are just a mandatory field, so I'm going to save that one. Okay, so I have opportunity over here, and the next business process that comes in over here is nothing but adding a products over there. So I'm going to add a few products over here. Let's add a CPU, anyone's fine. Okay, and next, and I'm going to set quantities to just for this one. Okay, so I have this opportunity ready over here. Okay, now I need to create a quote out of that one. That's my next process over there. So I'm going to say quotes. Let's create a new one. Just let me know if I'm going fast because of the lag in the relay of the information. So I can add just the speed. What's that? Single order opportunity. And also I need to put order. There's one thing over here. If you notice that for that opportunity, I need to manually put down account over there, but it should be automatically identify. The main reason behind the scene because I haven't set up the domain, my domain for this whole org over there. If it is there, then it will allow that one. But the training environment of the Salesforce CPQ, it is not enabled by default. So the Salesforce documentation said that if you enable a domain, then it will allow you to do that. Okay, I will talk about the other fields a little bit later. So for now, we'll just create a quote. I will also set it as a primary over here. So just save. Okay. So you have a quote line over here. So I'm just going to do the edit lines over there because it always gives the kind of a warning over there. You need to calculate this one. So I can also click over here, but I can also go in edit lines. Calculate and just save it. Okay, so now we have the code got created, okay, with a one code line over there. But if you see, the orders are a 0 over there. So to convert into the order, you just need to say over here on a code order, nothing else, just the one checkbox, then and you are done. So when you say save, okay, you have order get created over here. And we have also the order product shown over here in this case. Okay, and if I go over here, it should say okay, the quantity 2 over there. There is another way also. I can create an order for this one, but I already created order for this one, so I cannot do anything on that one, but I will just show you that option. That is nothing but a create order from the top button over there.
So when I just, sorry to interrupt you, but just now you just created a quote, right? And you just add a product or the opportunity. And just by adding a quote line, order will be automatically created.
Yeah, you are right. So what happens over here, I have opportunity to start with that one, and I have opportunity products. Okay, when I create a quote, all the products from opportunity product, okay, get copied into the quote lines. Okay, and when I create an order from the quote, all the products from the quote lines comes into the order products. Is it clear now?
Okay, the order which we have just showed right now, so you did not get the order, right? That was a previous one, right? You
I
were
didn't
No,
showing
no.
that.
So Vinay, shall I try answering it?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So on the quote, we have a checkbox which says go ahead and create the order. And if you check that checkbox,
Okay.
maybe a processor and a backend trigger the logic and the code engine, and the code will be created. So what Vinay is explaining, you have two routes to do it. Either you can check that checkbox, or you can come and click on a new code button on the top where you need to provide certain details. Either way, you can choose it.
Thank you, Manmohan. Thank you.
Yeah, so basically you are right, Manmohan. So one of the option is to check this checkbox on order. Okay, but there is also another option. Okay, of course I'm not going to complete this option, but this is called create order. And if you click on that one, okay, it will also ask the same information. For an example, the account name, and also it will ask for a code. And depending upon that one, it will create an order over there. But we already created an order right now, so I'm not going to do that one over here. Okay, that's another method to create a order over there. Okay. So that's one of the process of creating orders. Quite simple over there. Okay, this is out of box from Salesforce CPQ. That's it provides the value over there. The next one is about creating multiple orders and edit order product quantities over there. So before I go to that one, I need to do setting for allow multiple orders, which is very important. Okay, so now the setting has been done. So what I'm going to do is let's go with another account. Okay, this time I'm going to do that one. Okay, and I'm going to create an opportunity and I'm going to add a products over there. Multiple order opportunity one. Okay, so close state staging doesn't matter right now. I'm just going to save, and I need to also add a products over there. Okay, let's take the same product, but also check another products as well, or any hardware stuffs which is other than copy machine. Okay, that's the better one, so I can show the differences to you. Okay, and then next, to set the quantities. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the two orders, okay, one for CPU and one for copy machines over there. Okay, add it. Now I need a quote, so I can also do a new quote from here. So I need to order, I guess this one, right? This one I want to do. I want to make it primary, otherwise I will have a big problem later on. Then I'm going to press save. Okay, so I have created a quote over here. Okay, now the whole business scenario, okay, can work in two ways. So before that, I explain that one before I forget. Let me do this calculation. Okay. So let me do, okay, I have two scenarios for creating a multiple orders over there. This is the first scenario where I exactly did the same process it was before. The only change behind the scene is that I changed the multiple order settings on the manage package over there, and I'm going to say create order over here. Okay. Okay, and I also need to put quote. I forgot the quote number. Let me get that one. Is it 82? Yeah, that's the 82. So keep that number 82 over there. So create order. Order case one. Okay, order started for right now, doesn't matter. And I'm going to save that one. I hope everything I provided, account and all that. Yeah. Okay. The noticeable difference compared to the previous scenario and this scenario is that on order products, you see nothing. It's completely blank because it's the multiple order kind of a steps. Okay, the Salesforce CPQ doesn't know the which criteria to be used to split the products over there in this case. And that's an interesting story. That's the reason you don't see anything over here for this particular order. So how to make sure that we can bring the products from the quotes over there? So there is a button over there, edit order products. And if you click that one, it will show you the products, okay, from that quote which you want to add into that particular order over there. So I am going to do a copy machine right now. So I'm going to press save. So the copy machine is part of this particular order. You might be asking to me what happened to the other CPU products over there. So the consider the business scenario which I talk about. The customer want copy machine as soon as possible. So you create order over there. You have an integration with your logistics systems and also the financial system for the invoicing, and you send that one quickly to the other systems after creating this order. But still you have another product remaining over there. And how to create order for that particular products? That's the interesting part. So if you go back to the quote, if you click over here, and what you need to do is again go back to the same first scenario and press order over here, save. Okay, so what you notice might be over here, you will have a two orders over here automatically get created. Okay, so the first order which was already there and the second order that gets created just because of this pressing of the button over there. Okay, so let me go to the 176, and this order should only consist of CPU. That's right. And it also split the pricing also as well in that case, because the other one was around 2000 something and this is around 375 over there on that one. So you have now two orders, one for CPU and one for the copywriter over there in that case. So this is the way you can split the orders, but this is not the only way to split the orders. There is one more scenario I can talk about. Any questions so far?
I was thinking what happens about the billing when we have two orders?
Yeah, so for billing, there is another CPQ add-on for a billing over there. And it's all about how you configure that order need to send to the billing purpose over there, because the order might be translating into directly into the invoice over there. So you might have a two invoices from a billing point of view, one for this order and one for another order. And there is also agreement between the two companies when you deliver a product, what will be the date for the invoicing over there. So if you are delivering this one early, then also for that product your invoicing might be quite early compared to the other products over there. So it's all depend upon a business scenario, but also with respect to the integrations to your finance systems as well as your logistic systems over there.
So Vinay,
What
where we
about the
can find a set?
what about the contract? So after quote, if I have a contract, and for one contract, can I have two orders maintaining one contract, or should I keep two contracts separately?
Okay, so I will talk about the contract in a few minutes. Okay, let's first figure out the orders over there, because I have the next subsequent topics is nothing but a contract and subscriptions. Okay,
Okay, fine. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Vinay, where that setting to split out the orders?
So, okay, there is a one more scenario which I will talk in the next 5 minutes, and that will clarify that particular doubt. Okay.
If I'll be having more than two product, so the example which you showed to us, okay, so in the next when we auto check that particular checkbox on the code, so all the remaining product will be keep on the next order which has been created automatically.
You are right. You are right. So that's what it happens, because Salesforce CPQ knows very well that you already have one order for from particular quote line, and for other one it automatically creates the order for you in that case.
Okay.
Okay, but there is one more scenario which I want to talk about over here with respect to the multiple orders over there. This is not the only criteria that Salesforce CPQ is good at it over there, and this is something I personally like in a Salesforce CPQ with respect to the quote over there. Okay, so there is also a few other criteria over here in this case. So let me just go into that one.
This option will answer your question in case of multiple product grouping and orders.
You are right. You are right. So there is also option to create orders by quote line group, which I will show in a few minutes. Okay, what is all about if it is checked over there on the quote over there. And there is another options, the order by. Okay, so it means you can create a multiple orders based upon a product family, effective start date, and also the quantity based formula field. This is something like a configuration you can do behind the scene based upon a certain quantities. You can create an order for a certain products over there. For an example, 10 uh, products, the same product having a 10 quantity might be put into the one order, or and the rest of them in another order over there. And when you can create a such kind of a orders, you can also have a relationship with the order to the contracts. That question I got it over there. So based upon order, you can have a number of contracts over there, and behind the scene also the subscriptions over there on that one. So for a demo purpose, what I will do quickly, I will not go with this kind of a stuff, okay, because it also required a lot of things to be configured upfront. I haven't done that one, but I can quickly show you the order by quote line group. That might be interesting for you to know how it's going to be work. Okay, so how it's going to be work, leave this page. So
So
I'm going to,
meantime, Vinay is
yeah,
doing it.
yeah.
I just want to add experience from my project, Vinay. So we work for a telecom, and in our environment, the orders are specific to the installation location. For example, let's say if we have a business broadband getting installation site or an address, and if we take single order for a multi-site, for example, let's say take an example of Infosys office, right? So within a Bangalore, if we have 5 different location, but one single order is placed, our orders are divided by the installation location, and that is where uh, uh, it will be useful and helpful that you set up a rule based on the installation location, and program will smartly divide the order so that when a person go, he knows about what all products are getting installed on that, and in one single shot he can deliver that entire order or sub order, whatever you want to call it. So thank you, Vinay, for that.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, Manmohan, for that one. So I'm just creating another opportunity because I don't want to mingle with data problems. So while showing the demo, so if I'm creating them from scratch, I'm also a bit confident in showing the stuff for you on that one. So I will also do the same stuff. Okay, it doesn't matter, but I will increase the quantity so that you can see the differences. So I will go for 4 and I will go for 4. Save. And go for opportunity. Okay, the account name is multiple order case 2. I'm going to fill the account over here. I'm also going to make it primary. Okay, right now. Okay, and yeah, and also I'm going to say order by quote line group over there, and I'm going to save it. I didn't press the order, just for your information, because I need to do some changes by creating groups over there. So I'm going to do edit lines. And I want to add groups, at least 2, sorry, 2, add group and add group. Okay, so I'm going to add. Okay, so I have a copy machine and a CPU in a 2 different groups over here. So when my order will create, we'll have a 2 orders, the 4 quantity in each area over there. In this case, I'm just say calculate, save. Okay, now I am on a quote. It must be primary. Yeah, it is a primary over there, and order by line group item. Save. Okay, so I can see already here I have a 2 orders. Over here for this particular quote, and if I click on that one, I can see a copy machine. Of course, the definitely other one will have the CPU over here. I don't need to explain that one. The another thing which I want to explain on this screen, which is quite interesting. Currently, this order is in a draft state, but you can also activate that one. And once it activate, you cannot change the order. So it means what you need to do, you need to deactivate again and then make a changes over there. For an example, if I do activate, mark as the current states, okay, then it's not possible to change that one. So in that case, you need to again change the status of that one. But this is on the order level. So let's go on a detail and just check quickly that one. Okay, so it is activated. So there is also a lot of life cycle status of that particular status. So moving back to the draft, it means you can change the steps on that one. So that's something that you need to know about the orders and the multiple order creations over there. Okay, these are the I think three scenario that we covered so far. The creating the one order per quote, multiple orders, edit order products quantities. Based upon that, it will create a second order with the difference of the orders compared to the first order. And the next one is creating multiple orders from a quote based upon the groups over there. A few things, that's something we need to take care. And let me make it a little bit full screen. Okay, so if you have a quote that has having a start date on the I think it's American way of writing, so it's the 1st of April 2000, I think 18 over there. So in that case, if you have a quote lines can have a different date start date, so okay, based upon a subscription for an example. And when you create your order from that particular quotes, and if you set the start date as the 6th, so in that case, your first order product will have a date of 6, but the next one will be 7th. The reason because of that one is because you have the quote line having a relative timeline. So this is on a 4, this is a 5th, this is the 6th. But if your first line itself start at the 6th, so it means your order product and will be also moved by 1 day, and also your order product 3 will be moved to the 8 over there. There's another possibility that can happen on an order, that you can also change the order start date from X to Y. So here in this case 6 to 8. Okay, and in that case also the relatively the start date will also change, okay, for those particular order products over there. Another important thing, not only the start date but also the end dates also get relatively changed for this one, okay, by 1 day or 2 days depending upon how we are going to change that one. So something that we need to keep in mind, okay, with respect to this kind of steps, and especially for the subscriptions, it is very, very vital, because when you have the order stuffs gets into the contracts, those timelines get copied over there, and you do not want to have a kind of a you do not want to have a conflict with respect to those kind of contracting stuffs, that there is an issue with the start and end date, especially if you have a contract for 1 year or 2 years over there. So you need to take those things into the consideration, how it's going to be happen over there. Okay, so moving on to the next one. This is very interesting stuff I found. Okay, this is are something related to the orders, so I thought of putting that one into the deck over here. To generate accurate revenue reports with the bookings, I think most of the organization having a big problem that their sales guys creates the opportunity. For an example, 100K, but actual order of, for an example, 80K, or it could be 120K. So how that particular firm says, okay, this is my forecasting, but what is my exact actuals over there, okay, as a part of a revenue. So I will show that particular field in a few minutes, because I want to go with a couple of decks over there, slides over here. So on order, there is a field called booking, which can flag it, okay, and automatically Salesforce will create the booking amount on the order, and you can use that field in the reports for orders, so that you can show, okay, this is the exact order has been placed with respect to the orders, okay, and how many remainings and all those kind of steps. One exception though, the evergreen order products are not included in the booking amount because evergreen means it's a continual renewal of that one. So basically you do not have a forecasting of that one. So you can't have that in the booking amount over there in this case. I will talk about in a few minutes, okay, when I will show that how it get calculated on the report. And the next one, that's a very interesting one, the setup tax exemptions on your account, because there are some companies, for example, non-profits, and when suppose selling to them, okay, of course, they might have a tax exemptions for those organizations over there. So in that case, you can use certain settings in account, and based upon that one, you can also provide that information to your ISV tax providers based upon this field to decide that you want to apply taxes on that particular account transactions or not. For an example, if you buy 100K, that is the commodity price, but it might be possible the VAT on that one is the 20% on top of that one. So when you invoice, especially to that particular customer, uh, you can when you have that ISV tax provider engine is there, you can set this flag and you can send that flag, and that particular invoice provider or tax provider can say that you need to charge that particular customer for 100K without tax or 120K with tax around that part. So I will quickly show you that stuff over there in the Salesforce. So if you go in account, any account, okay, so there is something called a tax exemption certificate. Okay, understandably, from a Salesforce point of view, this is not fully automated. So this is just a placeholder to collect the tax exemptions informations over here in this case. And later on, there is one flag get created behind the scene for that account, which you can use to send it to the tax providers to make sure that, okay, to apply invoice with tax or without tax around that part. But this is just a placeholder for getting that informations with respect to the orders. Okay, but that sets on account level at the top level over there. The next one that I want to talk about is the booking. So basically on the reports, order with bookings. Okay, I need to edit that. Okay, I have that. So basically there is another fields on order, which is called order booking. If you make it available, okay, from the page layouts, it will also show the exact order bookings over here. But this is just order object, but you can also connect with the other object within a Salesforce, for example, the opportunity and quotes on that one. So it will show the exact order with respect to that particular quote and other things around that part. And if you go in orders, this field is also visible on the detail section. Order bookings. So this field is also available over here, which can be used in conjunction with opportunity or codes. Okay, the kind of relationship that you want to create in the reports, so that you can show exact order booking compared to the forecasting from opportunity over there. So that is also possible. This is a very nice feature. I personally like this feature, not from technical point of view, but definitely from the business point of view, just to see where how the organization is making a revenue over there. Okay, any questions so far? That is all about orders over there. Okay, in that case, and these are the, of course, these are the different ways of creating orders in a Salesforce, but you can apply also for the different business scenario on that one. But the order, just alone order will not make the Salesforce CPQ one of the great product, because the main thing is with respect to the subscriptions, contracts, and other things around that one. Will go in a few minutes around that part. Any questions so far? Okay, I will take it as a no. So let it start with the
One question, Vinay. So, is there a possibility we have seen that we can create the multiple orders, but if we want to put in a hierarchy of the orders, is that also possible, like parent, child, things like that?
I haven't surfaced that one yet on that one because the hierarchy, if you see from order point of view, it's order and order products, right? It's not an exact hierarchy, but the way you segment your order products into the orders over there. But I haven't surfaced that one. I also need to check that one, frankly speaking.
No problem. Thank you.
Yeah. So moving on, the next one, okay, about the subscriptions. It's a signed agreement between a supplier and customer that the customer will receive and products and provide a payment for a regular products or services. So think about a Netflix subscriptions for an example. It is the same thing over there. Okay, it's a subscription, monthly subscriptions, and it's the agreement between the both parties to get a service and get a payment for that one on at a regular interval over there. Same goes for the mobile subscriptions and other things around that one. But when you have an order, okay, there are two kinds of things, right? The first is the subscriptions, and the second one is the assets. So what is exact description difference between those things? Let me put it in the context of the example, then it's very easy to understand. The first one, which I already explained to you, the subscriptions to keep records of the subscription products that you have quoted or sold, for example, Netflix. And the second one, you use assets to keep records of standalone products you have quoted or sold. The example is the CPU in that case, or any computer or any hardware that you are trying to sell, which stays at a particular client locations over there in that case. Okay, so that kind of a difference between the subscriptions and assets over there. Of course, the renewals and amendments can be happen on both sides. Okay, that's still possible on that part. Okay, and you can do those amendments and renewals to your opportunities and orders. There's a one interesting things which I want to talk about amendments and renewals over there. Okay, but I think let me hold on that my thought around that part because if you know that concept, then you can easily think about how amendments and renewals can be done on that one. Okay, yeah, so this is very interesting. Okay, I hope you are able to see that one. I just copied the screenshot from the Salesforce documentation. And I really like this documentation because it clearly shows the use case over there, what you are talking about over here. So to manage subscription assets, you have a renewal models. And that renewal models, I will show in a few minutes. Okay, it's an account, and in account you says that particular account you want to have a renewal models on a contract base and or asset base, either one of them. And what is the use case that you are talking about? So you are trying to sell many subscription products and keep detailed orders of their start and end dates. Okay, of course that's something like the start date of that particular contract itself. And how you can do that contractual, that you can go on a quote and click contracted on your opportunity, or you can do a contracted on order. Okay, that's something the demo that you will see it over here. The important steps over here, what I want to talk about on an extreme right hand column over there. So, okay, so I will go a little bit slow to understand that concept, and also that will help you to understand what is the difference between contract based renewal and asset based renewal. The first one, creates a contract record, no problem. Then it's create a subscription record for each subscription products on your opportunity or orders associated with these records with your contracts. So basically it will create first order, then contract, and it will create a subscriptions next to that particular contract. And you can have a subscription based upon your start date, end date. We'll go in a deep dive into that one, but just consider for now it will create a contract and it will create subscriptions for the product that you have it in a contract. Next to that one, it will create an asset record for an example a CPU kind of a products over there. Okay, so it will create asset record and it will connect asset to the account itself. And the next one is to create a subscribe asset record for any product covered by the percentage of total products over there. In that case, that is specifically for assets over there. And next one is asset one. So basically you are not selling subscription, but you are selling the physical goods over there. So you can also create asset by clicking contracted on your quote and order, similar to same for the contract based model over there. And what it does, it create asset record for each non-subscriptions, means the physical hardware products over there, and it will attach to the account over there. One important difference I want to highlight over here in this slide, I hope you can see the mouse pointer over here. The main difference between a contract base and asset base over here, the contract base can create asset record, but the asset base cannot create a subscription record. Okay, that's the main difference over here. So the way I look at it over here, when you want to have a combinations of a contract-based and asset-based records, for example, you might have a quote in with a CPU product as well as the subscription product. Then I will try to keep it my account as a contract base, so I can create the contract subscriptions as well as my asset as well. But if I just put it as the asset based, so it will not create a subscription record. It will not allow, might be I haven't checked that one. So it's very important thing to know. But also for you guys to know what is your organization is selling. If they are just selling the asset, then you might set all your customer to the asset base and the contract base, because some organization are just selling, the companies just they are just selling like a Netflix the subscription. So your all customer by default account should be the contract base. But it's a combination, then it will you might go for a contract base in that case over there. Okay, any question on this particular one? This is very important to understand, and I'm damn sure there will be a lot of questions in the examination on this such kind of a concepts. Okay,
Vinay.
yeah,
Yeah, Vinay, actually, we are seeing the presenter's view, not the presentation view. So that is
okay,
the question which came up. So I think your main screen is
okay,
not shared. Yeah.
okay. Let me check that. Okay, because every time I go back to the Internet Explorer, I think it's changed that setting. It's gone back to that. Is it
Seems
better
so, yeah.
now?
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay,
It is, but we
okay,
are also, yeah. Now this is good. Yeah, great.
okay.
Thanks.
Sorry for that one. Just remind me,
No
because
worries.
when I go back to the browser Chrome, then again that setting reset over there behind the scene over there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what I will do, I will try to minimize between going up and down actually between the PPT and the Chrome browser over there. Okay, so I will complete the concept as much as possible.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll check this one, okay, in the demo in a few minutes over there, but let me complete a few more concept over there. Let me go to the next slide. Okay, so creating a contract, you can create it from opportunity as stated in the previous slide, but also you can create it on orders. But let's talk about opportunity first. So if you want to create a contract, okay, the opportunity with at least one subscription product need to be there, and also it should be the primary code. If it is not a primary code, it will give an error over there. And also a contract based renewal method on your opportunities account should be checked over there. Okay, it's not a check, it's the select box over there. So I will show that one to you. Okay, all those three over there in that case. Okay, and when you contract an opportunity containing a subscription quote line with a quantity 0, of course Salesforce will still create a 0 quantity subscription records on the contract itself over there. These are kind of exceptions that I'm talking about over here. Okay, the few things you can create a contract from opportunity, and there are a few steps which are quite important, okay, while creating a contract. So you can create either one contract or multiple contracts. And for multiple contracts, one of the steps that you can think about is a subscription end date. So you have a quote line over here on the right hand side. You can see the start date and end date. Okay, for some products is different start and end dates. And if you see this by subscription end date, if you put it that one on the quote itself, that particular the select box over there, it will create a multiple contracts within Salesforce. And you also have the contract start date and end date accordingly, according to that one will be mentioned over here in that case. Okay, I will not go through the each and every line to explain that one, but the point here is that based upon a subscription end date, you can have a multiple contract that gets created in a Salesforce ecosystem. The next one about a single contract. So you select option to create a single contract. So it will create a single contract over there in that case. Okay, so contract start date and end date will be the same in that one, the farthest one and the earliest start date and the farthest for the contract end date. But your subscription start date and end date for each product, okay, they will be delimited according to your quote start line date over there in that case. Okay, so that's the big difference between the single contract versus the multiple contracts that you can create from the opportunity over there. Okay, the next one, okay, this is for the order contracting methods. Okay, suppose if you want to create a contract from order, the same principle goes the by single subscription end date. Okay, forget about a date for time being, but keep concentrating on the column 4, that is the contracting method order products, okay, which talks about inherit and contract separately and do not contract. So basically there are few flags on the order products like inherit and contract separately and do not contract defines the contract to be created for that particular order itself, and it will create a multiple contracts for that particular order in that case. Okay, that's for the by subscription end date over here in that case. Okay, so the same goes over here. You can also have the single contract over here in this case, okay, or multiple contract depending upon the settings that you have in order products over there. And let's talk about little bit detail about that order product contracting methods in detail. So inherit, so it means the order product will follow the contracting method specified on its order. So that's the setting which is there on the order already on the order, so that will followed by the order product, so inheriting that one. The contract separately means that particular order product will have a separate independent contract associated with that one. And when you have do not contract, it means CPQ will not create any contract for that particular order products over there. So these are the ways you can create a contract, one from opportunity, one from order. Okay, when you create from the opportunity, you need to have a specific settings on the quotes over there, or the single contract or the by subscriptions end date. And also when you're creating from the order itself the contract, you need to have some settings on order products as well as an order with respect to the inherit, contact separately and do not contact. I will show that one in a few seconds. So you will have a slide deck, so we'll get to know about the whole theory later on as well. Okay, let me check anything else. Okay, there one more thing which I would like to cover as part of this one. So when you are creating a contract, you are not only creating a subscriptions, but if you have any physical product like a CPU, you are also creating assets. And there are some asset guidelines over there. So you can have a asset for per unit. For an example, if you have one CPU, okay, then you will create a one asset over there. And if you have 4, you will create a 4. But you can also have option to create a one per quote line. So for an example, your quote line says CPU 4 times, so it will create a one asset for that particular quote line over there. And you also have option as a none, then it will not create an asset. And this particular setting is available on the product. Don't get mixed with a lot of things over there because I'm covering a lot of theory, but I will show you in a demo how that's going to be work. So that will be on the product. That setting will be there for one per unit or one per quote lines and a none over there. Okay, so same steps which I just explained to you. Okay, how you can create asset, okay, from opportunity in order. Okay, in all cases you have a renewal model, contract base and asset base. And also next to that one, you have asset conversion, one per quote line and one per unit, which I just explained to you. So it exactly remains the same. I don't see any big change on that part. Okay, so before going to the next topics, okay, I will jump into the demo because I think it's a too much theory to absorb in a few minutes over there. So let's go through that one. Okay, so let's go this one account over here. Okay, and I want to show the fields which are does matter, which are influencing first before we go in a demo over here. So basically here on account, okay, you have a renewal model. Okay, and so the asset base and a contract base. So this is the setting I was talking about. Okay, that's define how the contract get created over there. Just to repeat, the contract base can create subscription as well as asset, but asset will create only the assets over there in this case. Okay. So the next setting which I want to talk about on the quote.
Vinay, that setting on account, is that organization level setting, or do we need to do it based on each account?
You have to do it on each account, because
Okay.
for each account, okay, it might be one account is just only interested in buying assets from you, not the subscriptions, but might be another account might be only interested in a subscription, for an example, and a combination of assets. So you can set up accordingly around that part in desk. But that is on not on org level, that is on each account level. But when you do the account migrations within a Salesforce CPQ or setting up the flags for the CPQ stuffs, you know what you are selling, right? At the organization. So you will set up that particular flag depending upon what you are trying to sell.
Hmm, fair enough.
Yeah. So and another one is the by subscription end date over here. So I'm just opening that is on a quote level setting over here. And here, let me open that flag. Okay, it's a single contract or subscription end date over here in this case. Okay, so this is another setting on a quote which describes how you are going to create a contract over here in this case. Okay, so another setting which I want to show on the orders. Okay, okay, so here also on the contracting one over here, there is also setting called by subscription end date or the single contract. Okay, that is on the order as well, next to the quote level setting that you have, that defines the how contract gets created for you. But the interesting setting which I personally like, which is kind of a hidden basically within a Salesforce over here, if I go to the product, okay, and over here CPQ pricing, I hope I can recall where is that setting. Product code, let me take this to the other side. Okay. Mm, yeah, this one. It's kind of a hidden actually somewhere over here, which says the asset conversion one per quote line over here in this case. So if I edit this one, yeah. So what you are telling to Salesforce CPQ, if suppose there are four quantities, okay, on this particular products over there, you want to get the contract depending upon the asset basically, one per unit, or you want to create a one per quote line in that case. So suppose CPU having a four for an example, so then in that case, it will that particular quote line, it will create a just one asset for you in that case. And if it says one per unit for this one, then it will create the other one. It will create a multiple assets in that case. Okay, so that's the setting over there. But what I want to do over here in this case, okay, I want to start from the scratch from account. I want to have both subscription product as well as the asset product, and I want to show how the contract get created. Okay, so I will do from a scratch. Okay, it will take a little bit time for account and opportunity products to be created, but just have patience for that one. Okay, so I will say my contract. The nice thing is that account get created with the one fill in over there, which saves a lot of time. Okay, so let me go with my contract opportunity, and this is particularly set. I don't see a problem. Okay, and stage value proposition, save, go to the opportunity. Product, add products. So I need to think about the products that I need to include over here because that will define my behavior for the contracts and orders. Okay, let's go with the CPU1, okay, for assets. And do we have a warranty or something like that one? Okay, I hope it gets there. Just put down 1, 1. Okay, so I have the opportunity over here with the 2 products. I guess the warranty one with the subscription. I'm just guessing for that one right now. Let me create a code for that one. My contract opportunity, and let me say my contract. Let me set it primary for this one. For this particular scenario, I'm not going to do the demo with respect to the complexity of the subscription ended because I require multiple products and all those kind of a things. So let keep it simple for now. Okay, so let me calculate again. The calculations. Yeah,
We have 2 products in the basket. One is a subscription, one is an asset. Is that correct understanding?
you are right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm hoping for a warranty, okay, because that should work actually because yesterday I tried that one, so it should be the subscription one. But never the mind, at least the asset will be created for sure for this one.
Okay. Otherwise, we can check it going to the product warranty and see if the it is set to subscription. That we can also check it.
Yeah, we can quickly check that one. Let me check. No, it will search on the only recently list. Okay. I think it should be something like a software support, something like that one. Yeah, I
it
think
is in a support project, but yeah, we can see it's a subscription based product. It says, if scroll down, Salesforce CPQ pricing, it says it's in a subscription based. If you just see there, it says subscription term as 12. Yeah, and it says renewable.
that's fine. That's fine. So it will work. Let me go back to the quote. What I need to do now, if I want to create a contract right now, let me check the same code if I have a right stuffs around that one. Okay, so my contract. Okay, that's fine. So I need to create an order first on that one. Okay, so now I'm not bit interested actually how the order get created, but let's do order creation right now. Okay, so I have an order over here. Let me select that one. Okay, so I have a 2 products over here in this case. Okay, so in the deck it mentioned, okay, if I go back to the previous slides over there, okay, I have 2 options over here in this case. To contract a quote, click contracted on opportunity, or to contract an order, click contracted on your order over there. Okay, so I'm not I will just go with the one scenario, okay, to make life simple over here. I will go with the order creation, but of course if you do it from the quote, okay, it will have the same effects over there. In that case I can go either one of the way to make it work, so that's not a problem. So there should be a way. Okay, the contracted. Okay, but before contracted, I think I need to activate the order. So let me also activate the order first. Activate. Okay, and then I say I want to have that one field check, save. Okay, I need to reload because I updated. Okay, so finger cross, the order should be created because I do not have a related list over there. So I need to go via quotes to find out the contract. Okay, so for this particular quote, okay, let me go through the account because ideally the account should have a contract as well, but I don't see any contract somehow over there. Okay, there is one contract. Okay, and if you see this contract will have just one entry over there, okay, for this contract, and that is with respect to the subscription product, okay, that we created, the warranty. And if you see, there is also one subscription product get created over there for the warranty over here. So you might be wondering what happens to the asset. So let's check where is the asset for that one. And if I go on show all on the product, okay, there has to be asset one should be there ideally. Yes, it is there. And for the CPU, it created one asset for that one. So I hope you understand the flow from account to opportunity products, then quotes, from quotes to quote lines and everything. Then you create an order, you activate the order, and after that order, you create a contract, either one or many, depending upon the criteria that you set up over there. And after that contract, depending upon the kind of a product, if it is a subscription product, it will create a subscription, and if it is an asset, it will create an asset for that particular contract. I hope that flow is completely in your brain because that's very important to understand the whole CPQ order management. Yeah. Any questions on this particular part?
Vinay, just one question. So can you show the value of this asset, the price?
I'm not sure it is mentioned on this one on asset, because the asset normally used to track which product is there at that particular customers. Okay, so the pricing, I don't think so it's there on this particular asset as well on that one. I don't see that one. Okay, it's there actually, the 300. Okay, it's on a page filled out actually, it's already there.
Okay, so when I with respect to this situation, this scenario, I'm just trying to understand. So when you have a product bundle, so the CPU, suppose CPU is the main product that is driving the code. So under that CPU, you'll have many other components underneath it. So when you create an asset, the total value of the code will be summation of all the components and this product, and that value will be in this asset means.
Yeah, so that's a good question. Okay, I haven't gone through up to that detail, especially for the bundles from asset point of view on that one, but I expect that the whole price will be calculated under that particular asset. Okay, the product bundle over there. So for me, you see CPU over here, but maybe Manmohan, you can say about the product bundles more because you know that part.
Yeah, so basically we sell bundles in a two-way where let's say take an example of a telecom. If I am buying on a business broadband and along with that and a mobile SIM and a handset, I can have a price of an individual product which will roll up to the bundle. So I can have individual product tagged to it, and based on the product they can go either as an asset or as in a subscription. where bundle is just another logical grouping of it, and then we can calculate pricing and a discount at a product level. The other way we can do it, we can keep the product price as blank, and we can give one single price as in a bundle which is in a wrapper around it, and based on that we can calculate the pricing. However, the product again can go into the subscription versus the product, so it is again up to your business model that how you are selling the bundles. But bundle can have the bundle price, or the bundle cannot have their own price versus product can have their own price.
Yeah, Manmohan, I think the question is with respect to the product bundle. Okay, I think how the asset get created for those kind of a product bundles and how the pricing gets set on a contract for that one. I will take that question offline just to check how that works, because there is one specific section where it talks about how to tackle the bundles. Okay, uh, with respect to the assets over there on that one, but I need to go through that one a little bit deep on that one. Okay, because it's mentioned somewhere over there. Okay, I don't know where exactly, but that's a good point, but I will come back on that one. I need to read that particular specific documentation. I will keep the message on WhatsApp. Okay.
Thanks, Vinay. Thanks, Manmohan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I guess you got the overall flow that I was talking about. Okay, so if you see, I will just revisit a few slides just to make sure that okay, from here itself. Sorry. So account can have a contract base or a asset base, and you can create a contract either from opportunity or either you can create from orders. And also the number of contract get created based upon the fields available on the quote, as well as the fields available on the order itself, with inherit and do not create assets, all those flag settings on the product itself on that one. Okay. That's the main thing that I want you guys to take out that one. uh, just think about the concepts over there. Okay. So we talked about the creating contract from opportunity, but I created from order, but it can be also easily from the opportunity. So we discuss this one, discuss this one. Okay, order product. Okay, we discuss this one, the order assets, asset guidelines. Okay. So let me go through this slide. Okay, and I'm going to present now, and I'm also going to switch it to the different modes so that, okay, and hide presenter view. Is it better for you? I guess it's a full screen right now. Okay, one more important thing, okay, it's not only about the order management, but also with respect to the CPQ, there are few stuff that comes in a picture, because you can also integrate with the Service Cloud. And there is a Service Cloud integration package being offered by Salesforce, and if it is enabled, then you in a Salesforce CPQ creates a service contract, because those service kind contracts uh, uh, needs to be there, so that when the case get created, you know what that particular customer is entitled to, and based upon gold or silver, okay, the customer service agents can provide us services to those clients over there in that case. But important thing is that in that case, the contract lines and contract will not be used by CPQ. It will be the service contract will be used on that particular part over there. I do not know information about the pricing and all those kind of stuff with this add-on over there, or it is there part of the Salesforce CPQ or not. But just for you to know that when if you are enabling a Salesforce CPQ, you also have an option to also connect to your the service area of your organization. Just keep that one in mind behind the scene. Okay. So next. Okay, so next topic is the amendment. Okay, so there are how you can amend the contracts as well as the assets, because now we can have a two set of kind of two varieties of the products, right? Okay, one is subscriptions and when you assets. Okay, so how you do that one? So you can amend on your contract as or also you can amend on your opportunity over there. Okay, so the main difference over here, okay, let's again go back to the use case, that second column. You have contract-based renewal model on account, and then you have a use case. You made a contract from your opportunity, and your customers want to change their contract because they might be interested in buying additional one or want to reduce the quantities over there, and you want to create the amendment codes for that one and click. So you go on a contract and opportunity to amend that one. What Salesforce does, okay, this is very interesting, and I also want to cover kind of a renewal in the same story. So just be have a patience actually to listen that story. It's quite interesting one. So the Salesforce CPQ creates amendment opportunity and amendment codes, and the amendment codes contain all the products from your original quote, and you can adjust the quantities of these products and add new products. And the amendment opportunity reflects the products and quantity differences between your original quote and your amendment codes over here. So this is quite interesting. So when you have amendment quotes, okay, it will have all the products from your original quote. So suppose if you have 4 products over there, you will see the 4 products and you can adjust the quantities over there. And once you finish that one, okay, what will happen? The amendment opportunity will reflect only the delta. For example, if you reduce the quantity from 4 to 2, or if you, for example, if you gone from 4 to 6, so your opportunity, an opportunity product will only reflect additional 2 products into that particular opportunity. And from that opportunity, okay, of course, the same process goes on. Opportunity product to the quote, and the quote will be adjusted. That's kind of adjusted code, and new code for that one. It's called amendment code in this context. And again, you, from code you will create order, and from order you will create a contract for that additional amendment that you are doing on a contracts and assets for that one. Okay, so what is the difference between an amendment and a renewal in that case? Okay, it's quite interesting. For amendment, what you are trying to do, you are just creating a delta in the core, in the opportunity with respect to the products that are going to be increase or decrease in that case. With respect to the renewal, what happening, you have all the portfolio of the products, okay, from the previous quote, which already as a part of a contract and order already in a place over there. You take all those products and create a new opportunity over there. It's called renewal opportunity, for an example, and you want to sell that particular customer. Okay, you are just increasing the timelines of that particular product lines. If suppose it's getting end by 2019, you also need to have another opportunity for 2020 in that case. So you are considering all the products. So the big difference is that for amendment, you are creating an opportunity for only the delta products, and for renewal you are also creating an opportunity for all the products that you want to have a renewal for the next years in that case. So that's the big difference. The process remains same. When you say amend or renewal, you create again an opportunity, code get created, order, contract, subscriptions, asset will follow the exact same process. There is no change in that one. So if you know the difference, then you can work out exact difference between amendment and renewal in that case. I will go quickly later on in the demo with respect to the amendment and renewal. You will come to know about that one. Okay.
Vinay, one scenario. So
Yeah.
if I have a product which I want to upsell, and same time I also want to renew like to like without any change. So these will be two mixed scenario versus amendment versus renewal. So in that case, shall I need to create two opportunities, or can I do it in one along with the renewal?
You can do it in a renewal because you do not need to amend that one. Okay, so that you can add that additional product in the renewal itself. So what renewal quote and renewal opportunity allowing you to take all the products from the previous whatever you already have it actually with respect to the customer, and you can adjust the quantities, and again you can adjust the time duration, plus you can add a new products that you want to sell. So in that case, you do not require amendment, you require just a renewal and adjust your quote accordingly in that case.
Hmm. Okay, thank you. So in that case, it's not even two, but we can also do a new sale when we
Yeah,
are doing a renewal.
you are right. You are right. So renewal is the opportunity for you to also do amendment. Okay, let me put it in that way.
Hmm.
Okay, normally that happens that many companies, okay, they already selling couple of products, and when the renewal comes in, okay, they try to sell more, upsell little bit more on that one, and they will add the new amendment steps on that. Not amendment, but it's a renewal plus adding a new products on that renewal itself in that case. Okay, so another one. So the big difference between a previous and this one in use case, the previous slide says you made a contract from your order. It says from opportunity, it's saying you are creating a contract from order. So I will follow this scenario because also I have the contract from the order. So I will follow this scenario for the demoing purpose. So click amend on your contract or click amend on an opportunity. Okay, both can be possible over here. The same story goes over here. Okay, CPQ creates the amendment opportunity, amendment codes, and amendment contains all the products from the previous one, and amendment opportunity reflects only the delta, and the order your amendments codes to the resume the ordering process over here. The third one is the asset base, because you might have one CPU, you want to add another CPU to that one, so you can do the amendment with respect to from the amend asset from the account or opportunity. The very important stuffs over there in a second column, you created assets by contracting your opportunity on orders. So you remember that asset base I was talking about on account level. So if it is still possible that you might have a contract base and still you can amend the asset. So in my case, I can amend asset from account itself. The reason is that because I have a setting called contract base, and contract base also takes care of the amending asset for me. And asset base doesn't take care of the amending for the contracts having subscriptions around that part. Okay, so I will show that in a few minutes how to do that one. Okay. So guidelines for amending from a contract within a multiple subscriptions end date. Okay, I think I will skip this slide, but I will go to the next one because that is something giving an example over there how it works. So this is just a kind of a precautionary measure. Okay, you need to know a few steps over there, and I'm definitely sure there might be some questions around that part in the examination over there. So you already have a subscriptions on a contracts, okay, with the start date of the 1st of Jan 2018 and the complete end of this year over there. And when you're amending the contracts, okay, you can also see the renewal behavior by the latest date as well as the earliest dates. So it means you are amending a contract in which you are trying to say that for all the stuff that you are adding into that particular quotes, you want to have a date, okay, which is the latest end date. For an example, here in this case, the latest end date is the December, I think 31st December 2018 over here. So it means all the new products or that you are adding over there in that amendment codes, okay, will have the end date, the latter one. But you can also say the end date is the earliest one. I will show you the properties where are those in the Salesforce CPQ. And you are, what is the earliest one in that case is 31st of this month over here in that case. So it is taking the earliest date to end the amendments products contract over there in this case from the code lines over there. I will show this one how that works. So where are those settings are there on that one, but just keep that information behind the back. Okay, so amending your assets, okay, because make sure that account has the asset-based renewal method, but as I stated, it can be contract based as well as asset based. You can still amend your assets, no problem on that one. You can add a new products and increase quote line quantities and decrease depending upon what you want to amend over there. And CPQ automatically calculates the product quantity price on your amendment opportunity based upon the differences, which I already explained to you in that table. Okay, I think I will go back to the demo now and I will explain the few more things later on that part. Okay, so let's go to the okay, so that's about okay, so let's go to the contracts, or I think we can do also amend from order side. So let's see if we have something is there. My contract. I think the amendment is there on the opportunity and contract.
Yeah,
So I can't do it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
we need to go to opportunity and contract. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for that. Okay, it says amend contract on the opportunity, so I'm going to amend contract right now. Okay, no active contract found on your account over here in this case. So what I want to do is check my account contracts on this one. Did I create a contract for this one? Yes. Did I make? Yeah, and let's go.
Mm,
It's in a draft state, so I need to make it active. Otherwise, I cannot amend. Okay, so let's do that. Okay. Okay, let's start with this amend contract. I hope it will work this time. Okay, so it's asking me to check the existing contracts, then select. Okay, so the primary code cannot be changed for this opportunity over there. In this case, the main reason I will tell you actually why it's happening over here. So the thing is that we already have the codes with the primary, okay, and now we are creating another code behind the scene, and it is not allowing to have another primary on that one. Okay, so that's the problem happening over here in this case. So in this case over here for amending contract for this one for me, so I cannot amend on this particular one, but I need to find a different scenario over there actually to make that work on this one. So let me find if suppose I already have something in amended before. Okay, let's go through.
What if we delete that code? Will it work?
It should ideally, but let me check if I already have that one in the amend. No, I do not have that one. So let me find some other account in that case. Okay, so multiple order case too. Okay, go to the opportunities. I do not have a contract for that one, but I can quickly create that one. That won't take time. Okay, so it's still primary, or the best route is for me to connect from the scratch. That's the only way. Okay, so this is okay. So I want to. It's already been ordered. Okay. Okay, this is activated, so that's fine. And I can go in a detail. I can see contract. Okay, so I should have a contract for this one. So everything should be set for this one. And if I go to the, I think it is better for me if I go from a contract. That makes life easy, even for the previous one, because, okay, I forgot to tell you that I created that contract from order, right? Not from opportunity. So ideally I should go from the contract itself on that part. So let's go to this one from a contract and let me try to amend that one. Okay, I do not see that options on contract. Yeah, it's there, amend. Okay, so let's do amend. Okay, so previously it didn't work. The reason for that one, because I created that contract from the order, not from opportunity. Okay, so it is not allowing me the flow from opportunity to the quote and other way around actually. So now I am on a contract and directly I am doing the amendment over here in this case. So I'm just saying calculate, but also I want to add additional products over there. Otherwise, no use of amendment, right? So let's add something. Anything. Okay, select. Okay, calculate. Save. Okay, now this is the interesting part over here. So what it did behind the scene for me is in this case, it created a code for me, a new code, and it also created the amendment opportunity for me over here in this case. Okay, so if I open the opportunity, what do you expect over here in terms of a opportunity products in that case is nothing but, let's go through that one quickly. Okay, so basically it creates the one additional products over there in that case. Okay, and it taken from the previous one. The only the differences it took actually in this case over there. So it created a appendment opportunity for me, and it just did the opportunity amendment contract for contract. That's the name of the opportunity, and it just took the additional products from that particular amendment over there to create opportunity over here. So now you have that opportunity ready. Okay, and for this opportunity you also have the quote is ready over here. Okay, with that stuffs over there. So now you can again go with the process of creating orders and contracts for this one in that case. So
So,
that's the process flow for this one. Yeah.
Vinay, in that case, we did not get the product, right, which we are doing amendment. It's the only new cell available,
Yeah,
or
so
I missed
basically,
something.
yeah, so basically the product that you amended only for that product, okay, the opportunity and opportunity product get created, okay, and the things got then that opportunity got created, and then you can move on with the same flow with respect to the codes and other things around that one.
So it created opportunity and opportunity line item for the amended one,
Yeah,
not for the
you're
new
right.
cell.
Not, yeah, so amendment, it's nothing but a new cell, right? Because if you have already have a one CPU and if you are trying to order another CPU, so it will create opportunity only with that one opportunity product for additional
Ah,
CPU in that case. Yeah, the only the
mm.
difference in that case. Okay, so that's the beauty of this one. It does automatically around that part. So that's the interesting stuff. So now you have opportunity and then the flows goals remain same. Okay, it doesn't get changed for that one in that case. Okay, so I'm just wondering why the quote lines 2 over there, but let's check that one. Okay, because you have the two products in that one, right? So let's do one thing quickly. Yeah, so for the previous one and the new one over here in that case. So what we can do over here, so here it says two because we have a two products, okay, but opportunity just created for just one in that case. So let's try out this one because this bit interesting. Okay, this is something I'm also bit trying out actually on the fly right now because I want to create an order and I want to check it's creating the order in which sense over there. Okay, it's going to be interesting one, and it should have just one, right? One CPU. Okay, let me order. Okay, so let's check the.
Think it should create two orders because we have two products, one for renewal, one for new. But let's see how it goes.
No,
Okay.
it will create one, which is my expectation is right one. Okay, because you already have an order for a previous one, right? So it will not create that order over there. So it is a completely new code over here in this case. So it will create just one order line for the only one CPU over here in that case. Okay, so if I'm not wrong, there will be one CPU. If I'm, yeah, so it will have a just one CPU over there in this case. Okay, so I will explain that one in a nutshell. So what we did from the start, okay, I'm not going to the amend, but one step before. I have a account with the opportunity product with the two items, warranty as well as CPU. Okay, one each. Okay, I have created an order. I have created a contract for that one. I got a subscription. I got an asset for that one. Clear so far? Now I did amendment on the contract itself and I have added a CPU, one more CPU for an example in this case. Okay, that's one more CPU. What happened? I got another opportunity got created, okay, with only delta of that one, okay. The code's having all the items still, okay, from the previous and the new one. So two CPU and one warranty. But when I create a order, somehow that code knows the relationship with the opportunities and it create order only for a delta, okay, which is exactly translating the opportunity products into the order and it creating an order just for one CPU in that case. I hope that's clear.
No, that's clear, but the only doubt I have is, and the reason I was expecting it should have two. Uh, what if I cancel this order in this stage? So will it take the one which I have amended is already successfully gone through?
So basically you have orders, right? You can define the life cycle for that order right over here in the detail over there. It's in a draft or a deactivate or those kind of steps around that one. So it means if you just deactivate or if you just put in a drop state, this particular order, so it is not flowing through the your downstream systems like a finance systems and all that. So basically your amendment or opportunity is loss opportunity for a sales guy.
So my amendment is not gone through, it means.
You are right. You are right in that case.
Okay.
Yeah. So amendment means taking the only delta, okay, from the previous uh, order that you have already put down over there in that case. Okay, so that's the main difference between the renewals and the amendment. We'll talk about renewals, but in this case, now I have everything in a place for this one. I can also do one thing. If I go on my account and if I see, let me see if I have that particular flag to see. Okay, I have also option to amend assets. So I have I think one asset right now because the another one I haven't create anything out of that one. Okay, the new amend one. So I just have one and I can choose a price book over here and I can increase the quantity for that one. For an example, I can make it 5 for an example and do calculate, save. So when I'm amending this one, again the same scenario. Okay, so it again on redirect to the setting and come back over here. Somehow it creates a problem in the Salesforce CPQ. Okay, so now interesting thing when you do amending the assets over there, okay, again the same formula, okay, it create an amendment opportunity, okay, with the delta over there. So if I see over here, I put down 5, right? If I'm not wrong, so it should create for 4 opportunity products over there. Okay, so products, okay, it's created for 4 by the way. Okay, so quantity 4, okay, because I put down 5 and 1 was already there on this one. Okay, so that's all about the amendments. Okay, in short, okay, not taking a nitty-gritty of the start date and end dates of the quote itself on that one. So let me quickly go back to the slide deck over here. Okay, what I will do right now, just to respect the timelines over here, okay, I will quickly go through the remaining deck and if permits, okay, I can go to the additional scenario of the renewals over there. So there is also possibility that without creating renewing or without doing the amendment, you can also create an ad hoc opportunity. And I also put down a documentation link over there. You can have a look at it over there, how to create an add-on opportunity. You can need to do some additional settings on a contract and account for that one. So you create opportunity and based upon the codes, the product automatically the products will be added onto this particular add-on opportunity, but I will skip that one for now. Another one I want to show you, okay, let me quickly wind up the deck regarding the upgrading of the assets. For an example, a scenario that you have a silver customer and you want to upgrade that one to the gold. How you deal with that one? I have a data setup already ready, so I can quickly show that one, but just hold on for a few minutes. You can also upgrade by CPQ products by ratios, because it's possible that you want to have a product subscription product starting from the mid of the year. So it means you not charge for that particular product for the entire year, but only for 6 months. So you need to calculate some ratios around that one. And upgrading also the bundle, that's the topic that someone asked the questions regarding how you do that one. So that is also covered. Actually, it is also there in a documentation. Then also the last part, renewal your contracts and assets. I will show you the buttons where are there, okay, on the contracts and the other part over there on a renewal assets and all those things, but I will not going to create that one. But the flow is exactly same as of for amendment. It will create opportunity for you with the with all the products that you are trying to work out over there. So it's everything is same. I don't see a big change on that part. And same goes renewal from a contract. I will quickly show you the setting for that one, and another settings. You can also renew from the multiple contracts through the list views. I can quickly show you how that works, and renewal contract directly from the account itself. Another important thing with respect to the subscription end date, as I explained, the earlier date and the latest, earliest and the latest dates, that's also applies the same model for amendment, also for the renewals over there. I'm not going to the detail about that part. And also there are some mechanism, just a use case. I'm not going to a detail on that one. Use a single renewal code for all of an account subscriptions. It means currently you might have a multiple subscriptions on account, but when you want to renew, okay, you can have a single renewal code considering all subscriptions. Consider a scenario that a customer buys a product might be 5 times in a year, okay, and when the renewal comes at the end of the year, you want to push all those 5 products into the renewals over there in a single code rather than creating a multiple codes. So that's the scenario the Salesforce CPQ does supports. Okay, you can create opportunity like add-on opportunity, and you can also add on codes around that part. So what I will do in just 5 minutes, okay, whatever possible, because it's already almost 2 hours, I will quickly go through the few settings that might be very interesting from the renewal point of view. Okay, so if I go on a contracts, okay, it doesn't have a contract, so let me go and show you the contracts. Okay, there should be one field which shows about the renewal. Okay, and Control F. Okay, let me check that one. Okay, it says renewal quoted. So if I check that one, ideally it should create a quote for that renewal of that particular contract itself. So if I say renewal quoted, okay, that's one of the way that you can create a quote for such kind of a stuff. So it says the renewal opportunity, its opportunity automatically get created over here in this case. Okay, just based upon what I just pressed the button over there. Keep in mind that the start date, end date does matters a lot. I'm not covering too much detail in this particular demo over there, but here you have a renewal opportunity get created, and it will cater all the products that you have it in that particular contract itself on that one. And this is the one of the way, this is for warranty product basically. So it's creating the opportunity, and the same process goes on from opportunity to create a code already there. So you go on approving the codes and then the orders and the contract stuff. Okay, it's exactly the same.
But Vinay, there would be one change, and correct me if I'm wrong here. When we create a quote line item, right, and from there when we create an order, it will also have the original product, because in the amendment it was not there. It was only taking the delta, but here it will take both. Is that understanding correct?
You are right. Okay, so now everything that you have on the contract itself, the previously it will take because you want to renew all the products that you have it in
That's
your bag, right,
exactly.
for that customer.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference over there. I just have one, but if it would have more, it would have taken the more products in that case. That's the big difference.
Hmm.
I was pointing out on that one. So let me go through the quickly the steps. Okay, where the things which I can show it to you on that part. Okay. Okay, so one of the steps which I want to show you on the, okay, I want to go on contracts. Okay, contracts. Yeah, so over here, there is something called a disable amendment quotum. Okay, so it means it will not take the timelines for the starting the quote lines and all that. Okay, from this one exactly on that one. And also there are something like amendment and renewal behavior is the latest end date. And also it is having the earliest date mentioned over here in this case. Yeah, so these are also the two other settings that you need to know if you want to go for the amendments or renewals over there, to which dates you need to consider to start the new subscriptions around that part over there. There's another stuff, okay, from the renewal point of view. Okay, that is something I want to quickly go through that one. So on account page, you also have a lot of options over there. I mean assets and renew assets. So you also have option to renew assets over here. Okay, so it's the same process again. Okay, so basically if I click on this one, if I say renew, it will create opportunity for that same purpose. And again, the same flows goes on, but I'm doing it for the assets over here in that case. So it's asking me to the contract creations and all those kind of stuffs. Okay, or either I can skip either one of them. It's taking too much time. Choose the price book. Okay, I will do the calculate. That's the quote already there created. So it is already further next on that one. And if I'm not wrong, it should have a new opportunity because I'm doing the renewal for the assets over there. Yeah, so amendment opportunity get created over there in that case. There's one interesting thing which I want to show it to you, and that would be the last for this day. Okay, and which I personally like this one, and which is kind of a different way of dealing with that one in a Salesforce over there. Let me check if it is the one. That's the one. So all 12. No, this is not a product I'm looking for, by the way. Sorry. Okay, and let's go for 1.1. Okay, this is regarding the upgrading the assets. Okay, so this product, okay, 1.1 gigahertz is, we can have upgrades on that one. And there is something called available upgrade sources for that one. Okay, this is another record that you can create on the product itself over there. So I'll just click on that one. So it says the available upgrade source CPU upgrades, and what it's talking about. Currently, this is my source product 1.1, and I can upgrade this product to CPU 2.2 in that case. Okay, for only for this particular product itself in this case. Okay, so in the product itself, okay, you need to create something called, if I'm not wrong, let me check, not in recently, all products, CPU. Yeah, so I don't think so. It's there. So basically, so basically, when if I select this product over there in the account itself, I also do have opportunity to upgrade this product. And when I set the upgrade, so it means it will showing me the option of 2.2 in that case. So I hope I have a account with that particular product. I think the single order, if I'm not wrong, the first one I selected that products in that case. And it should have option somewhere upgrade if that product is there in that one. But leave it out actually on that one. But that's one of the interesting things which I really like, where you are moving people from one tier to the another tier over there. Okay, and that's where actually the things goes very interesting. And that particular problem is there for everywhere, especially in the airline industry, where depending upon the flights, you want to move the people from different tiers on that one. Let me quickly check if I have assets over here. Okay, I have assets, and it's a 1.2. It's not a 1.1, so I cannot show you the upgrade on that part over there. But I think that's more or less. I hope you got the concept over here in this case. Okay, this is all about a concept. Okay, the clicking here and there in a CPQ, it's the least interesting part, I would say, on that one. But getting the flow from account to opportunity products, to the later on to the codes, to the order, contract, subscriptions. And if you know that flow, then you can tackle any scenario, and you just need to find out the different options available in the CPQ for that one. Okay, so that's a more or less from my side. Okay, all questions are welcome. So the next session next week will be by Bhavana on a CPQ platform and approvals. Okay, and I think that is also going to be the interesting one, especially from a platform point of view. And also the if you haven't still enrolled for the developer edition, the whole demo was on a developer edition, what I showed to you on that one. Okay, and I tried to create a new quotes and all that. I didn't use from the out of box training materials over there from the scratch. So you can also play with that one in a Salesforce. I think it's quite easy to do that one on this one. Okay, I will just take just one or two questions. Okay, looking at the time over there, if anyone have that one.
Vinay, just one question. So this enable negative quantity option that we have, is it for the RMA order that we can, for which we can use for the return material?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that one, and don't forget to set the settings, especially for the negative quantity on the product itself, which I showed to you in an initial slide deck itself on that one. Okay, the enable negative quantities and all those. Okay, so basically in your finance systems also need to not only send the invoices but also the other way around as well, right? For an example, returning the money, the RMS stuff around that part. So basically you can create those orders and send it to your financial systems over there, or ERP systems, as well as the billing systems, so that money will be refunded on that one. So any order management system, it's not only for order creation but also for RMA. That's very important aspect of the order management.
Right, thanks, Vinay. So this will also help us to in amendments. While doing the amendments, if we want to do some downgrade also, this flag will be in.
You can do that. You can do that one around that part, but you need to also enable the negative quantity for that one, for the product specific on that one, because you don't want to enable it for all the products, right, on that one. So you need to take a precautions on that one, how you want to set that one also on a product level. So when you have product and product bundles, so think about that one, how you want to set up that one, because if you just give a handle, the people can misuse that opportunity.
Yeah, thanks, Vinay.
Yeah. Okay, just one more additional question. I will take it. Okay, then I will just conclude on that part. Okay, thanks a lot for being there. Okay, I will share the decks and all the related stuffs on a WhatsApp, maybe in a little bit after 2 hours. Okay, and yeah, and that's all from my side on this one. Yeah. So thanks a lot, and enjoy your remaining weekend. Yeah.